For our media now, we're joined by App State head coach Shawn Clark. Coach Clark, would you mind giving us an opening statement, and then we'll open up for questions?
Yes, very pleased where we are right now, coming off early spring practice. I thought our players had a lot of carryover from the fall, and we'd have some new members through mid-year transfers, Monty Marshall and Kanye Roberts, a kid from there in North Carolina, and our quarterback, Ryan Berger. And I think we had a great spring. They're in the weight room now, and we'll be out there in the road recruiting here in the next few weeks and get ready for our summer program.
For our media on the call, please type your questions into the chat, and I'll read those aloud for Coach. First question from Emily Hernandez. Coach, any surprise standouts from this spring and spring practice?
No, we had a transfer. Caden Robinson came in from Central Florida. He was a big shot in the arm for us. We'll be young at the receiver position because we lost 4th, 5th, and 6th-year players. I think Amani came in and gave us some more depth at running back, and Ryan Berger really stepped in and took control of the second string quarterback as of now. Him and DC Tapscott battled it out. And so I'm very pleased where we are for the future. Chase had an outstanding spring. He showed his leadership, and we were able to really push the ball down the field this spring versus our defense.
Coach, changing the conversation a little bit here to the NFL draft side of things. Demarco Jackson was the Sun Belt Defensive Player of the Year last year, invited to the NFL Combine. What stands out about him as a player who's hoping to hear his name called during the NFL draft next month?
Well, I think it starts with what kind of person he is first. The outstanding person. He's a college graduate from Appalachian State, and he's halfway through his MBA program here, which is a very tough program. And he had an outstanding season. And what people don't realize is Demarco wasn't a starter to his junior season, and he made a name for himself on special teams. And when you're talking to NFL teams and coaches and scouts come through, that's what really made his name through this past year. Now he was Defensive Player of the Year, understand that, but more importantly, he was a leader and really was a team captain for special teams for us.
Another one here, Coach. How do you feel about the transfer portal and how it can impact college football programs? Do you see it as a positive, negative, or something in between? And have your feelings on it evolved over time?
No, that's the world we live in right now is the transfer portal, and we have to adapt to that. It can help you, it can hurt you. We're fortunate enough right now at Appalachian State that we haven't lost many to the transfer portal. But probably the most frustrating thing is as you recruit transfers, they can commit to you today, then 3 weeks later they're committed somewhere else. So I wish there was a better plan. If you commit to a school, you're bound to that program. It would clear our roster up some, because roster management is very tough. I'm sure if you talk to every coach on this call, roster management is something we deal with on a daily basis.
Coach, with the 3 new members coming into the Sun Belt East Division this year, what are your thoughts for your program against those new members, Marshall, ODU, and JMU?
Very excited. A hats goes off to our commissioner and all the athletic directors that came through and made this happen and a quick turnaround. But, for us in our program, it's the Eastern Division will be one of the premier group of 5 conferences in the country, especially on our side. It's tough. And, we're bringing Marshall back into our conference. It was an old rivalry game in the Southern Conference. And James Madison, they're there now. I think that people will be surprised at how good they are by watching them on tape. They're going to contend right away. And Old Dominion is a fantastic program also. But more importantly for our fans, they can travel to all those games. I think it's with a 4-hour radius from Boone, North Carolina to all 3 stadiums. And it's great for college football. We'll have sold out stadiums and our fans can travel. So I'm very excited about that.
Coach, back to the NFL draft side of things. You have a couple other defensive guys in Sean Jolly and Demetrius Taylor, 5-year players for you guys at App State. How do you think those skills and their skills would translate at the next level?
I think they're right to be. I think they both had outstanding senior seasons. And from all the feedback we're getting from the scouts our pro day, we had several coaches there also. We were very impressed with how they worked out and how they met with the. And I feel all he needs is a shot. And I told those guys, don't draft or invite. That's your shot. You have to go cash in and make the most of it. So I know our guys were prepared. We run a tough program here, so the next level should not be a big of a jump.